Virgo, if you clicked on this reading because the title told you this person is deeply in love and finally making a move this August, you are exactly where you need to be. But here is the twist they haven't told you yet. They aren't just making a move because they miss you. They are making a move because they had a sudden, terrifying realization in the dead of night that they are running out of time to claim you. Before we uncover what they are about to do, tell me in the comments where you are watching from. And make sure to like and subscribe to Trusted Tarot to anchor this energy. Let's dive in. Do not scroll past this moment, Virgo, because you were meant to hear this exact message right now. This is not a coincidence. And it is certainly not the algorithm randomly feeding you content. Your higher self, your intuition, and the spirit guides surrounding you actively pulled you to this video. The universe orchestrated this collision because the energy surrounding your love life is shifting violently. You need to understand what is happening behind the scenes before it manifests in your physical reality. You have been waiting for a sign, praying for a shift, and wondering if the silence meant it was over. But the silence was never an ending. It was a gestation period. You have poured so much of your analytical, beautiful Virgo energy into trying to figure them out, trying to organize the chaos of this connection, and it has left you spiritually drained. You have been feeling it in your body, haven't you, over the last few weeks? There has been this undeniable restlessness humming beneath your skin as you wake up earlier than usual, your eyes snapping open with a chest flutter that you can't quite explain. It is as if your nervous system is anticipating a massive shift. You find yourself checking your phone constantly, not out of desperate obsession, but because your energetic cord with this person is pulling taut. You feel a strange tension in your chest, a tightness that isn't anxiety, but rather the physical weight of unexpressed energy trying to break through. Your emotional sensitivity has been dialed up to an unusual degree. A simple song on the radio or a passing comment from a stranger can bring you to tears because your energetic boundaries are completely porous right now. You are literally vibrating at the frequency of their impending arrival. Your body knows a breakthrough is coming before your logical mind can accept it, and this physical restlessness is only the surface. When you close your eyes, your subconscious mind is working overtime, feeding you vivid, undeniable confirmations. You have been having dreams that feel more like memories of the future. You dream of them looking at you with profound, almost desperate clarity. You see symbols of commitment, flashes of gold, the weight of a promise, or standing in a space that feels like a shared sanctuary. When you wake up, these dreams linger, leaving you with an intrusive thought that loops endlessly. They are thinking about me right now. You are seeing synchronicities everywhere. 1111, 222, 444, flashing on the clock, on license plates, on receipts. These are not just random numbers. They are spiritual receipts confirming that the contract between your souls is being rewritten. Your intuition is screaming at you that a decision has been made in the unseen realms, and the veil between your minds is thinning by the second. So, what is actually happening in their internal world? Why the sudden shift? This person has been carrying a massive internal reckoning. For a long time, they tried to convince themselves that they could walk away, that they could compartmentalize their feelings for you, or that logic should override their heart. As a Virgo, you analyze everything, and you notice their hesitation. You saw the mixed signals, the pull away, the moments where they seemed to retreat into their own mind. You felt the sting of disappointment when they delayed, wondering if you were just a placeholder or if your feelings were unreciprocated. But what you didn't see was the agonizing emotional toll it was taking on them. They have been lying to themselves. Recently, the dam broke. They reached a point of absolute emotional exhaustion from trying to deny the depth of their love for you. They realized that every attempt to move on just dragged them right back to your energy. They are currently in a state of profound inner clarity. They are looking at their life, looking at the void you left in it, and they are finally admitting defeat to their own heart. They are deeply, irrevocably in love with you, and the fear of losing you forever has finally outweighed their fear of commitment. They are done running. They are done pretending that someone else could give them what you give them. The internal monologue of doubt has been silenced, replaced by a singular driving focus. They need to secure you, they need to make this right, and they need to do it before the window of opportunity closes. But here is where I need you to listen very closely, because I cannot just tell you what they are going to do without giving you the context of how they got there. If I just tell you they are coming back, you might miss the magnitude of the shift. You need to understand the exact nature of the block they just dismantled, because the way they are preparing to make this move is going to surprise you. It is not just a simple text saying, "I miss you." This is a calculated, deeply intentional shift. They are preparing to offer you something that addresses your deepest fears and validates every moment of patience you have endured. But before I reveal the exact nature of this move and the timeline of how it will unfold, we need to ground this energy and make sure your spirit is ready to receive it. The universe does not bring you to this level of anticipation just to leave you hanging. The tension you feel is the bow being pulled back, and the arrow is about to fly, but you must be grounded to catch it. You have carried the weight of this waiting game with a quiet, fierce dignity, Virgo, And it is time you recognize how powerful that has been. I know the late nights you have spent staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations, analyzing every pause, every delayed text, every moment of hesitation. Your mind, brilliant and analytical as it is, tried to protect you by preparing for the worst. You told yourself that if you expected nothing, you could not be disappointed. You held back your own heart, refusing to chase, refusing to beg for a fraction of the love you so freely give. That was not weakness. That was your spirit drawing a boundary. You were subconsciously knowing your own worth, even when it felt like loneliness. And because you held that boundary, you forced this person to confront the reality of life without you. Your silence was the loudest message you could have ever sent, and it echoed in their mind until it became impossible to ignore. There was a specific moment, perhaps just days ago, when the illusion finally shattered for them. It might have been something as simple as walking past a place you used to go together, or hearing a song that instantly transported them back to the way you looked at them when you felt safe. In that fraction of a second, the logical walls they built came crashing down. They were hit with a wave of profound, suffocating regret. They realized that their attempt to play it cool, to keep their options open, or to prioritize their own fears over your connection was the greatest mistake of their life. The ego that kept them distant has been completely dismantled. They are no longer operating from a place of pride or self-preservation. They are operating from a place of raw, unfiltered need. They need you not just as a comfort, but as their anchor, their equal, and their future. This brings us to the truth of what is actually coming toward you, the main reveal that your soul has been bracing for. This is not going to be a casual, low-effort reach out. Do not expect a lazy, late-night text that demands your emotional labor without offering anything in return. That version of them is gone. What is approaching you is deliberate, vulnerable, and deeply intentional communication. They are preparing to initiate a conversation that carries the weight of a true confession. They are going to admit that they were wrong. They are going to articulate the exact reasons they pulled away, not to make excuses, but to take full, radical accountability for the pain they caused you. They understand that words are cheap, so they are preparing to back up this confession with a tangible shift in their behavior. Beyond the apology, there is an invitation hidden within this energy. They want to rebuild, but they are acutely aware that they cannot just step back into your life as if nothing happened. They are planning a gesture, conversation, or a meeting that is designed to show you, in real time, that their intentions have evolved. The energy around this connection is no longer about fleeting romance or temporary comfort. There is a heavy, grounded frequency of commitment surrounding their thoughts. They are thinking about the long game. They are thinking about how to prove to you that they are safe, that they are ready to be the partner you have always deserved. They want to look you in the eyes and see the exact moment your heart decides to trust them again. And they are willing to do the work to earn that look. But I must pause here and speak directly to the protective instinct that is already rising within you. As a Virgo, when you have been hurt or kept in the dark, your immediate reaction to a sudden change in energy is to build a fortress. When this message comes, when they finally lay their cards on the table, your first instinct will be to test them. You will want to ask, why now? You will want to point out the timeline, the delays, the moments they made you feel small. And you are entirely justified in feeling that way. Your skepticism is a valid response to past inconsistency. However, the universe is gently asking you to consider a different approach. Do not let the ghosts of past disappointments hijack this new beginning. If you meet their vulnerability with immediate defensiveness or coldness, you might inadvertently push them back into the shell they just worked so hard to break out of. This does not mean you abandon your standards. It simply means you create a small, sacred pause between their action and your reaction. When the message arrives, take a breath, read it twice. Feel the energy behind the words rather than just analyzing the syntax. Allow yourself to feel the hope that you have been suppressing without immediately attaching a condition to it. You are allowed to be cautiously optimistic. You are allowed to let yourself feel the warmth of being chosen, finally and unequivocally, without immediately searching for the catch. The catch is that this requires you to be present, to be soft where you have been forced to be hard, and to trust that the person reaching out is not the same person who caused the confusion. They have done the internal work. Now, they are asking for the opportunity to show you the results. The shift you are about to witness is not a manipulation. It is an awakening. They have seen the mirror of their own life without you in it, and they did not like the reflection. They are stepping into their power, and they are asking you to step into yours alongside them. This is the recalibration you have been praying for. The pieces are aligning, the communication channels are clearing, and the universe is setting the stage for a conversation that will change the entire trajectory of this connection. But timing is everything, and there is a specific divine window opening up right now that explains exactly why this is happening at this very moment, and why the next few days are so critically important. You might be wondering why this is happening right now, why the universe has chosen this exact moment in August to finally break the silence. Divine timing is rarely convenient, but it is always precise. The period of distance you have endured was not a punishment, nor was it a sign that you were forgotten. It was a necessary gestation period. Just as the earth requires the quiet, dark stillness of winter before it can produce a harvest, your connection required a season of silence to allow the roots to grow deep and unseen. If they had come to you sooner, they would have brought you the same unresolved fears, the same half-formed intentions, and the same chaotic energy that caused the initial fracture. The universe was protecting you from a version of them that was not yet ready to match your depth. As we move deeper into this month, the energetic frequency of the world is shifting. We are transitioning out of the fiery, scattered, and impulsive energy of midsummer and moving into a grounded, harvest-ready vibration. You can feel this in the air, can't you? There is a subtle demand for authenticity, for tying up loose ends, for bringing things into the light. This person is feeling this seasonal shift in their very bones. The chaotic noise of their daily life has quieted just enough for them to hear the undeniable truth of their own heart. They are realizing that time is not an infinite resource, and the thought of entering the next season of their life without you by their side fills them with a profound sense of urgency. This internal reckoning is not just affecting their romantic life, it is rippling outward into every aspect of their reality, including their career and financial focus. As a Virgo, you know better than anyone that when your heart is unsettled, your entire empire feels shaky. You have been trying to pour your energy into your work, into building your financial security, into organizing your physical space, but this emotional undercurrent has been quietly draining your focus. You have been going through the motions, checking off your to-do lists but feeling a hollow ache beneath the productivity. You have been wondering why your usual drive feels so heavy, why your mind keeps drifting to them, even when you are in the middle of an important meeting or trying to balance your budget. What you need to understand is that this person is experiencing a mirrored phenomenon. Their ambition, their drive to succeed, and their practical goals have suddenly lost their luster because they realized devastating truth. Success means absolutely nothing if they have no one to share the victory with. They are looking at their achievements, their bank account, their career trajectory, and they're realizing that all of it feels empty without your presence. Subconsciously, their practical decisions are now being influenced by a singular, driving desire to build a stable, secure foundation that is worthy of you. They are no longer just building a life for themselves, they are trying to build a sanctuary that can hold you both. I know how exhausting it has been to be the strong one. I know the weight of holding it all together, of being the organized one, the reliable one, the one who keeps the lights on while your own heart is sitting in a waiting room, hoping for a name to be called. You have carried the emotional labor of this connection almost entirely on your own. You have been the one analyzing the dynamics, trying to find the logic in their illogical behavior, trying to soothe your own anxiety with rationalizations. That level of emotional endurance takes a massive toll on your spirit, and it is completely valid that you are tired. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to lay down the burden of figuring this out. But I need you to reframe this exhaustion. That waiting room was not a place of abandonment. It was a sacred space of preparation. While you were waiting, you were being refined. Your boundaries were being strengthened. Your understanding of your own non-negotiables was being sharpened. You were being prepared to receive a love that is mature, intentional, and deeply respectful. Because the old version of you might have accepted crumbs, but the version of you that is emerging from this silence will only accept a feast. The universe was guarding your heart, ensuring that when they finally returned, they would be returning to a woman who knows her worth and will no longer settle for ambiguity. The synchronicity of this divine window cannot be overstated. This is not just another random day on the calendar. The energetic portal is wide open right now. The veil between your realities is incredibly thin, and the decisions they are making behind the scenes are being fast-tracked by spiritual forces that are simply tired of seeing you two dance around the truth. The guides surrounding this connection are actively clearing the path, removing the final obstacles of pride, miscommunication, and fear that have kept you apart. The logistics are being handled in the unseen realms. The timing is locked because of this. Your only job right now is to resist the urge to force the outcome. Do not send the text first just to break the tension. Do not try to orchestrate chance encounter or probe their friends for information. That is your Virgo mind trying to regain control over a situation that feels uncertain, but that energy of grasping will only create resistance. Let the universe handle the logistics. Your sole responsibility is to remain in your frequency of worthiness. You must hold the vibration of the woman who knows she is deeply loved, even before the evidence has fully materialized in the physical world. You must act as if the outcome is already secured, because in the spiritual realm, it already is. The groundwork is laid. The timing is divinely aligned. The internal shift within them is complete, and the external manifestation is now inevitable. But the way you hold yourself in these final moments of waiting will dictate the tone of their arrival. If you're braced for impact, you will meet them with armor. If you are rooted in your own peace, you will meet them with grace. We must now talk about exactly how to prepare your energy to receive this, because the moment of contact is closer than you think. and you need to know how to navigate the emotional floodgates that will open when they finally speak. When the moment of contact finally arrives, it will not feel like the chaotic, anxiety-inducing pings you have grown accustomed to in the past. It will feel distinctly different. It will carry grounded, undeniable energetic weight that immediately signals to your nervous system that this is not a game, nor is it fleeting impulse. You might be in the middle of a mundane task, washing dishes, driving, or organizing your workspace when your phone lights up, or a sudden, profound knowing washes over you. The message itself will be striking in its simplicity and its depth. There will be no games, no vague platitudes, no testing of the waters to see how you will react. They are done with the shallow end. They are coming to you with the full, unvarnished truth of their heart, laid bare for you to see. This is exactly where your Virgo nature might try to intervene, and you must be ready for it. Your brilliant, analytical mind will instantly want to dissect every single word. It will search for hidden meanings, analyze the punctuation, and look for the trap or the catch. I need you to consciously override that instinct. Take a deep, grounding breath before you even open the message. Remind yourself that the person reaching out has already done the heavy, agonizing lifting of self-reflection. They are not coming to debate you, and they are not coming to negotiate their feelings. They are coming to surrender to you. The message will likely contain a direct, unflinching acknowledgement of the distance between you. They will name the elephant in the room. They will finally say the words you have been aching to hear, that they were wrong, that they missed you terribly, and that they now realize exactly what they almost lost. Hear me when I say this. This level of radical accountability is incredibly rare. Most people would rather ghost, deflect, or offer a half-hearted, surface-level apology than truly face the mirror of their own mistakes. But this person has looked into that mirror, and the reflection of a life without you was simply too painful to bear. Their pride has been entirely dismantled by the sheer magnitude of their love for you. When you read their words, you will feel a physical, visceral release in your chest. It is the sensation of a heavy, invisible backpack you didn't even realize you were carrying finally being set down. The tension that has lived in your shoulders, the tightness in your jaw, the constant, low-grade hum of anxiety that has colored your days, it will all begin to dissolve in the face of their genuine, unguarded vulnerability. And this emotional unlocking is directly, powerfully tied to a massive shift in your practical reality. As a Virgo, you understand better than anyone that energy is deeply interconnected. When your heart center is blocked by uncertainty and emotional limbo, your throat chakra is stifled, and your solar plexus, your center of personal power, career drive, and financial manifestation becomes stagnant. You have been pouring your precious energy into a black hole of what ifs, and it has subtly drained your professional focus and financial confidence. But the moment this emotional clarity arrives, the dam breaks. The universe operates on a strict principle of energetic exchange. When you release the emotional burden of this waiting game, you instantly free up the spiritual bandwidth required for massive material abundance. Expect a sudden, unexpected breakthrough in your career or finances to perfectly mirror this romantic shift. It might come in the form of a long-awaited approval, new opportunity that aligns flawlessly with your true purpose, or a sudden, effortless resolution to a financial stressor that has been lingering in the background. This is not coincidence. The universe is actively rewarding your emotional endurance. By holding your ground and refusing to settle for less than you deserve, you have raised your vibrational frequency. You have proven to the universe that you are master of your own energy, and in response, the universe is aligning circumstances to support your highest good on every single level. Your love life and your material reality are about to experience a synchronized, undeniable upgrade. However, there is a subtle spiritual test embedded within this beautiful transition, and you must be prepared for it. When we have been conditioned to expect disappointment, sudden genuine love can feel deeply unfamiliar, almost suspicious. This is the imposter syndrome of the soul. A quiet, insidious voice might whisper in your ear, "This is too good to be true," or "They will just change their mind again once the novelty wears off." This voice is not your intuition. It is your past trauma trying to protect you by keeping you small. It is the echo of old wounds trying to dictate your future. You must recognize this voice for exactly what it is: ghost. And ghosts have absolutely no power over you unless you invite them to stay. Your spiritual assignment right now is to practice radical receptivity. This means allowing yourself to be loved without immediately looking for the exit door. It means letting their words land softly in your heart without instantly building a fortress around them. When they express their desire to commit, to build, to stay, your only job is to say internally and externally, "I receive this." You do not need to have all the answers right now. You do not need to map out the next 10 years in your head the very second they say hello. You are allowed to simply exist in the beauty of the present moment, allowing the warmth of their returned energy to heal the places in you that grew cold from waiting. This is the definitive turning point, Virgo. The narrative is shifting from a story of longing, confusion, and uncertainty to a story of reunion and profound, grounded commitment. They are stepping up, and the universe is clearing the path for you to step into the love you have always deserved. But to fully anchor this reality, we must look at the tangible physical signs that will confirm this shift is locked in, and the final, sacred steps you must take to seal this new chapter. The foundation is set, but the house must still be built, and the blueprints are about to be handed to you. You are a Virgo, which means your spirit speaks the language of tangible proof. You have heard the promises before, and you have felt the sting when those promises evaporated into thin air. So, let us be absolutely clear about what this incoming move will look like. This is not going to be a grand, chaotic, public gesture designed to sweep you off your feet and distract you from the real issues. This is not a love letter written in the sky. This is grounded, deliberate, and deeply practical action. They are going to show up in a way that speaks directly to your need for stability and security. You will see it in the consistency of their communication. The erratic, hot and cold patterns that used to keep you guessing will vanish, replaced by a steady, reliable rhythm. They will initiate the conversation, and more importantly, they will follow through on the plans they make. If they say they will call you at a certain time, they will call. If they promise to handle a specific detail or show up for you in a particular way, they will be there. For someone who has been conditioned to expect disappointment, this sudden, unwavering reliability might actually feel strange at first. Your nervous system has become so accustomed to the adrenaline spike of uncertainty that peace might initially feel unfamiliar, almost suspicious. When that strange feeling arises, I need you to recognize it for what it is. It is not a warning sign that something is wrong. It is simply your nervous system adjusting to safety. You are not used to being prioritized this effortlessly. You are not used to someone matching your dedication without you having to beg for it. Allow yourself to sit with that discomfort without pushing it away or sabotaging the moment. Let the consistency wash over you. Let it soothe the parts of you that have been braced for impact. This reliability is the ultimate love language for your soul right now, and it is the most profound apology they could possibly offer. This tangible shift in their behavior is the direct result of the boundaries you so fiercely held. Do not underestimate the power of your own silence and your refusal to settle. You looked at the chaos they were offering, and you quietly stepped back. You did not scream, you did not chase, and you did not compromise your standards. That quiet, unwavering self-respect was the mirror they could not ignore. It forced them to look at themselves and realize that they were not operating at a frequency worthy of you. Your absence became the catalyst for their awakening. You did not just wait for them to change. Your energetic stance demanded that they rise to meet you, and the universe honored that demand by orchestrating their transformation. As this emotional foundation solidifies, you will witness a miraculous ripple effect into your practical, material world. The energy you have been pouring into analyzing their mixed signals, soothing your own anxiety, and trying to decipher their silence is about to be returned to you tenfold. That massive reservoir of mental and spiritual bandwidth is suddenly going to be freed up, and it will funnel directly into your career and your financial reality. You will notice a sudden, almost effortless clarity regarding your professional goals. A project that has been stalled will suddenly gain momentum. A financial opportunity that seemed just out of reach will present itself in a highly practical, grounded way. This is the law of energetic exchange in action. The universe does not allow a vacuum to exist. As you release the emotional burden of this romantic limbo, the universe rushes in to fill that space with tangible material abundance. Your empire is about to expand, Virgo. Because your heart is no longer leaking energy into a black hole of uncertainty, you are becoming whole, and a whole, grounded Virgo is an unstoppable force of nature. The love that is returning to you is not just bringing emotional healing, it is bringing a frequency of prosperity that will elevate every single aspect of your life. However, there is one final, crucial piece of guidance you must hold on to as this manifestation steps into your physical reality. When the tangible proof arrives, when they make that deliberate, grounded move, you must resist the urge to overanalyze the timeline of the future. Your brilliant mind will want to map out the next 5 years the very second they prove they are serious. You will want to secure the guarantee, to lock down the contract, to ensure that this new reality is permanent, but true. Lasting commitment cannot be rushed or forced into a rigid box. Allow the foundation to cure. Let their actions speak for themselves over time, without demanding immediate absolute perfection. If you meet their vulnerable, grounded effort with an intense interrogation about the distant future, you might inadvertently trigger the very fears they are trying to overcome. Give them the grace to show up imperfectly, but consistently. Give yourself the grace to receive their love without immediately attaching a list of conditions to it. Trust that the person who has fought this hard to find their way back to you is not going to easily walk away again. The work has been done, the lesson has been learned, the portal of divine timing is fully open, and the energy is culminating. The universe has aligned the stars, cleared the obstacles, and prepared both of your souls for this reunion. The waiting is over. The shift is no longer a possibility. It is an inevitability that is actively unfolding in your physical reality right now. You have done the inner work, you have held your boundaries, and you have kept your heart open despite the pinches now. It is time to prepare your spirit to fully receive the blessing that has been destined for you all along. I know how deeply exhausting it has been to be the one who holds the emotional blueprint of this connection. As a Virgo, you are naturally wired to care, to organize, to fix, and to nurture. You have spent countless hours trying to decode their silence, trying to find the logical reason for their distance, and quietly convincing yourself that if you just loved them smarter, if you just gave them a little more space or a little more grace, the pieces would eventually fall into place. You have carried the heavy, invisible burden of being the responsible one, the mature one, the one who keeps the peace even when your own heart is quietly breaking. That level of emotional labor is profoundly draining, and it has left you feeling unseen, unappreciated, and deeply weary. I need you to hear this, and I need you to let it sink into the very marrow of your bones. It was never your job to fix them. It was never your responsibility to carry the weight of their emotional unavailability. The confusion you felt, the anxiety that kept you awake at night, the longing that ached in your chest, none of that was a reflection of your worthiness. You were not too much, and you were not too demanding. You were simply asking for the basic, fundamental respect of clarity, and the universe had to intervene to ensure that you finally received it. The delay was not a punishment for you. It was a necessary dismantling of their own ego. You are not to blame for the time it took them to arrive at the truth. Now, the storm has passed. The mental gymnastics are over. You have permission to finally put down the heavy armor you have been wearing to protect your heart. You do not have to figure this out anymore. You do not have to strategize your next move, analyze their social media, or rehearse conversations in your head. The universe has stepped in to carry this burden for you. The divine architecture of this reunion has already been built in the unseen realms, and all that is required of you now is to rest in the knowing that you are safe. You are safe to be soft. You are safe to be vulnerable. You are safe to let someone else take the lead and prove their devotion to you. The longing that has lived in your chest is finally being answered. The confusion is lifting like morning fog, burning off under the warmth of the sun, revealing a clear, grounded path forward. You are being held by a love that is vast, patient, and deeply intentional. You are being guided by spiritual forces that have your highest good at the center of their vision. Take a moment to let that truth wash over you. Let it soothe the frayed edges of your spirit. Let it remind you that you are cherished, you are valued, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to pause. If you are in a place where you can, close your eyes. Take your right hand and place it gently over the center of your chest, right over your heart. Feel the steady rhythmic beat beneath your palm. That rhythm is the drum of the universe, and it is beating in perfect synchronization with your deepest desires. Take deep, slow breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely, and as you exhale through your mouth, release every ounce of tension, every lingering doubt, and every ghost of past disappointment. As you breathe out, visualize a brilliant, golden thread of light connecting your heart to theirs. For a long time, this thread felt frayed, tangled, or stretched to its breaking point. But right now, in this sacred moment, see that thread glowing with a vibrant, unbreakable clarity. See it pulsing with the energy of commitment, of honest communication, and of a love that has been tested by fire and emerged stronger than ever. This connection is not broken. It has been forged. While your hand rests on your heart, I want you to silently repeat this affirmation to yourself, either in your mind or out loud, allowing the vibration of the words to settle into your cells. I am worthy of a love that is clear, consistent, and deeply committed. I release the need to figure it all out, and I allow myself to be held by the universe. I am safe to receive the love that is rightfully mine. Say it again. Let the words anchor you. Let them rewrite the old narratives of unworthiness or fear that have tried to take root in your mind. You are stepping into a new chapter, one defined not by anxiety and waiting, but by peace, partnership, and profound mutual respect. The person who is preparing to make their move is doing so with a heart that has been humbled, clarified, and entirely focused on you. They are coming to you not as a fleeting fantasy, but as a grounded, tangible reality. The reading is complete, but the manifestation is just beginning. The energy we have unlocked together today is powerful, and it requires your active participation to fully anchor it into your physical reality. If this message found you at the exact right moment, if you felt that shift in your chest, if you recognize the truth of what I have shared, I need you to claim it. Do not let this energy just pass you by. In the comments below, I want you to type the words, I receive. By typing those two words, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you are open, you are ready, and you are claiming the love, the clarity, and the commitment that is heading your way. It is a spiritual contract. Declaration of your readiness to step into this new reality. And if you have not already, please make sure you are subscribed to Trusted Tarot and hit that notification bell. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a beautiful, transformative chapter, and I will be right here to guide you through the next phases of this unfolding story. Share this reading with a friend who might need to hear it, or keep it close to your heart as a reminder of your own immense power. Take one more deep breath, Virgo. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the warmth of your own hand on your heart. You are loved, you are protected, and your miracle is already on its way. Until next time, trust the timing, trust your intuition, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be.